Hi coloring friends, welcome back to my channel. It's that time of month again. I have a stack of books that I have worked on throughout the month of July. So we're going to look at my completed pages, and I have quite a few WIPs this month. Unfortunately, I have probably way more WIPs than completed pages. But that's just how the month went, and we'll take a look at them anyway. So I'm going to clear these out of the way and we will get into it. All right, one of the pages I worked on this month, this is a WIP, is in this Flower Sprites magazine put out by Coloring Heaven Jr. And I started this lovely little flower sprite right here. I wanted to try out the new pencils I had gotten from, I got these on clearance at Joann Fabrics. They are the Royal Colored Pencil. I don't know if that's the exact name of them. But I wanted to give them a shot, see how they worked, and so far I really like them. It was a smaller pack. I think 24 pencils came in the set, so I'm challenging myself to only use those 24 pencils to complete this. So I like how it's coming so far, and I like using these pencils so far. So I'm excited to finish up this page, hopefully in August. That is in the Flower Sprites magazine by Coloring Heaven Jr. And another Coloring Heaven that was new for me this month was the Coloring Heaven collection Cabbage Patch Kids, which I was super excited to get. I loved my Cabbage Patch Kid growing up, and in fact, I think this was the one I had, this exact one right here. She had red hair, and I loved her. I took her everywhere with me. So I did this girl here, beachy girl, for summer, and I'm trying to remember what pencils I used for this. Oh, I cannot remember now. I did pencil. I wanted the chair to look like a whitewashed beach, beach weathered chair. So I went over it kind of roughly with a Posca white paint pen, and then I just lightly brushed over with a gray pencil to give it kind of a weathered look. There is a little bit of gel pen on the metallic, so the handle, her whistle, and the umbrella's pole there. And then the rest is pencil. I apologize if you hear my dog barking. Yes, so that one was super fun to do. I'm going to try not to make all the Cabbage Patches in this book look like the one I owned. But my first one was going to be a redhead because that was what my Cabbage Patch Kid looked like. So that was a cute one to do, and that was in the Coloring Heaven collection, Cabbage Patch Kids. And then we have the Beach Coloring Book by Color Questopia, and I think I did 2 in this one. I wasn't as good at marking this month as I should have been. Yes, I did 2. So I did this one, and in this one I decided I was going to alternate every other page doing colored pencil and then alcohol marker. So this was my colored pencil page that I worked on, and then the next one was the marker page that I worked on. So that was this one here. I really like this one. I think the colors are so pretty in it. That was a really fun one to do. Very beachy. And that is it for this book. So the Beach Coloring Book by Color Questopia. Then you may also hear some thunder and pouring rain in the background because it is storming here. Hopefully it won't affect the lighting too much. So this is actually a WIP I finished this month. So the Timeless Creations Stained Glass Coloring Book put out by Crazy Art. And I actually did a little tutorial video, a quick one, showing how I do the stained glass effect in this book. and I finished off that page that I showed in that video. So that was this one here. And I love how it turned out. I think it's so pretty. I mean, it has a rainbow of color, and I love color, so I was gonna love this one. But yeah, happy with the way that one turned out, and it was extremely fun and relaxing to work on. So the next one is the Coloring Heaven Collection Food, and this has quickly become a favorite of mine of the Coloring Heaven magazines that I own. I worked on this one this month. It is called Avocado Island by Old Chick Illustrates, and it's so cute. I just did it with alcohol marker. I did do some white paint pen highlights for the waves, and then the bubbles and the sun, and oh, I guess I did use some gel pen around the sun too. But the bubbles and the sun and the avocado's eyes, I used a, a what is it called? A glazing liquid. It makes it raised feeling and shiny. So I like that touch in especially these types of pages to do that. So that is the one from Coloring Heaven Collection Food. Very fun one to do. And then I have one that I was working on in Sun Life Drawing, 40 coloring pages. I have just a few pages left to get this book finished, and I would like to have it finished by the end of the year, but I don't know. We'll see. And I started working on this one just with some alcohol markers. It is from the World of Cats coloring book, and oh, I guess I did use a little bit of gel pen here too. So I started it and then kind of lost my inspiration, I guess, if you will, for it. So it got pushed to the side, and maybe this month I will get it finished. It would be nice to just get it done because it's a good bit done already, but I don't know, I just lost my desire to color it. Alcohol markers are tricky with this because it's Amazon paper, and it's just when the lines are so thin like this, it's frustrating to do with an alcohol marker. So I think that's where the problem came up, is I just got tired of dealing with the bleed over and all that. So, but we'll see. I kind of wish I had done it in colored pencil, but a little too late now unless I just want to shade with colored pencil, which I could, but we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing with this. Right now it's just not going very far. That's the Sun Life Drawing 40 coloring pages, and hopefully one day that will be complete. Oh, I did have another one I stuck in here. Where is it? Yes, right here. So I might as well show this one too. This is another WIP technically. I worked on this on my the cruise we took. You will have seen me talk about it in that video if you caught my cruise coloring vlog. They had a little meetup 2 times during the cruise where you could meet up and color a page. So I picked this one out of their books, and I sat basically for a half an hour working on this owl. I went a little nuts with the shading uh, attempts on him, but I had a good time, and it was in a pub on the cruise ship, and the whole pub was full of people coloring, and it was such a fun time. So that was a fun one that I worked on, and I definitely want to get that page finished because that's a nice memory attached to that one. And then speaking of cruise coloring, this is the other main one that I worked on while I was on the cruise. And this is in Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson. And I used some neon crazy art pencils to work on it. I have a bit to go. And actually, here is where I have a question for anyone who may be able to help give some advice. So when I thought of doing this page, my idea was to use the neon pencils and then have the entire background be a black. I'd like it to be as solid of a black as it can be so that the neon pencils really pop out from the black. So my question is, now keeping in mind that I don't want to sacrifice the back page, so I don't want it to go through the page, I was thinking that my best option is probably to just paint in the background with a black acrylic paint. Um, but if anyone has any better ideas or thinks that that might not work as well as I'm thinking, I would love any suggestions. Because I'd really like this page to turn out nicely and the way I'm envisioning it. I love how the butterfly turned out, and it was so fun to do. I mean, I have great memories attached to my time on the cruise with this page, so I'm excited to see it all done. I'm definitely going to finish it this month. I don't want to leave it. But I'm just not, I don't want to mess up the background. So I will take any suggestions anyone might have to offer and very much appreciate them. And that is it for my coloring pages for July. It was not so many this month. I definitely spent a lot of the month just enjoying being outside, being on vacation, reading books on the deck, that kind of thing. So the coloring wasn't top of the list this month. I'm feeling a little more into it in August. I think we're back on the wagon again. But thank you so much for checking out what I did complete in July. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you're having a wonderful August so far, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.